About 2 months ago, I decided to make a change in my exercise routine, which wasn't that robust or anything amazing, but I decided to make a change. And I bought a mat and I decided to try out yoga and Pilates. I've never done them, I know they exist. I'm assuming you know they exist, but I've never tried them. I didn't really know the difference between, not that I know the difference between them now, but I knew they both existed and that they're both good. People really like them. So why not try it out and try and do it every single day? Because I was doing like 2-3 times a week, which wasn't really enough. I hate exercising, but it's good for you, and I know that it's something that is important to do, and I think that doing it every single day would be a little bit better than doing it 2 or 3 times a week. I wanted to try. And so I use the power of the internet. I mean, yeah, you can go to classes, and there are a lot of benefits to classes, but there are also the benefits of not going to classes and staying home and doing it with the internet, right? So yeah, I did that. I looked up online, and there are so many videos and so many channels dedicated to just straight up throwing classes at you and throwing routines anywhere between 10 and 50 minutes, or, just an exercise that you could follow. And I clicked, beginner first, right, wrong, because some of these are not beginners. They say they're beginners in the title, but that's an utter lie. I mean, I'm a potato, but still, it's not. Like, what? You can't do, what? What are you doing? I can't begin to start to think about how to try and do what you're doing with your, what? How are you getting that in there? Yeah, that's really, really weird things that they do. Very weird positions, but some of them were okay. And I could see how, even if I can do everything, I could see how I could get better and I could get stronger, and they make sense. These things, they kind of make sense. So I started out with a bit of yoga, just like trying all of these different channels to see what works for me. A little bit of yoga, a little bit of Pilates, and they're both good exercises. They are actually both really good exercises and interesting, and if you want variety, you should try out a bunch of them and maybe switch, mix and match and whatever it is. But the main difference, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, there are others, let's not get into that, but the main difference as far as I'm concerned is the attitude. And in yoga, you've got this attitude of connect with your energy and connect to the earth, namaste, and it does not work for me. This does not work for me. I am very, very cynical. Very cynical. And sometimes, I have to be honest, sometimes I kind of want to punch the instructor in the face because it's just like, and I've never had the feeling of wanting to punch someone in the face, as well as being oddly attracted to the way that they're contorting their bodies. Yeah, that's an interesting feeling. But overall, I don't connect to that at all. But the exercise is really, really good. And sadly, Pilates, which doesn't have any of that, it just has, they have the gung-ho of like, we can do this! Yeah! Let's do it! Yeah! Which is also, I don't hurt to. I kind of just give me the exercise and I'll just die while doing it, which is pretty much what works for me. But yeah, it's a little bit better in terms of the attitude as far as I'm concerned. But the exercises are not good for me specifically in that case, because I have, my body doesn't like some of the positions that you have to be in, like on the side and stuff. It doesn't work very well for me. It hurts me a lot, so I can't really do that. And I found yoga a little bit better because it has less focus on repeating exercises with muscles and more just holds and stretches that are good for me, and I feel good about them. So yoga worked more for me in terms of exercise, though Pilates is fun, and I'll probably get back to that. But yoga. And I did a bunch of yoga, and it's probably a good time to plug the channel that I'm going to talk about a little bit, which is Yoga with Adrian. It's a pretty big channel, exists for a long time, there's a ton of videos, and I found it really, really, really useful, not only because it has just a lot of content, which means there's a lot of variety for me, but also because one of the fears when you go into these, when you go into Pilates and yoga, and they have very specific positions that have very specific goals, if you don't go to a class, there's no one to correct you. And if you do this only with the internet, then you could do bad things, and that could lead to injury. So that's kind of dangerous, and you have to be very mindful of yourself. What helped with Yoga and Adrian, is that they have a bunch of videos of how-tos for specific positions that really just focus, it's like 10 minutes or as many minutes as they need, focusing on how to do that specific position without, what's the point of it without causing you harm. And also, at the beginning, a lot of the basic things, all of the basic positions, watching a lot of different videos. In Pilates, it was even more relevant than in yoga. A lot of different videos from a lot of different channels and people that I could piece together myself. Even if I didn't get it with one of them, I could piece together how to do it. You know, this tells a different way of doing it. This one explains a different direction of how to get into the position. And piecing all that together, I get what the point is and how not to cause injury to myself. And that worked. It worked. I feel good about this. I just completed a 30-day challenge, though I don't really care about the challenge. I mean, it doesn't really, I mean, whatever. It's not really a challenge. It's just like, it's just exercise. I'm just glad that there are 30 videos that I could watch sequentially that make sense sequentially, and I don't need to think about it or which video I'm going to watch today. I could just watch them in order, and there's a variety. Obviously, it's all yoga, so it repeats, and there are a lot of different positions that repeat, but it's still different. It's still a different routine, and it's fresh, and it's good. It's not the same thing. And I just completed day 30 today. Yay me, I guess. But I don't really care. But yay, I did that, and I've been doing it for about 2 months, and I feel good. These are good exercises. It works for me, and I actually manage to also. I usually wake up and I eat breakfast immediately because I'm hungry. So I eat breakfast immediately, and then I start my day. In this case, I started doing yoga. I was like slacking off because I don't want to do yoga, and then I put on my yoga clothes and I start my exercise clothes and I get started. I managed to reverse the order on that, which means my day starts a little bit faster. I don't eat breakfast when I wake up. I just drink a glass of water, and I probably get kind of hungry, so I eat like a little bit of a fruit, like a quarter of a pear or some grapes, and then I do the yoga. And I'm really gung-ho about doing yoga because I want to eat. I want to eat, and you can't really do that when you're full. So you have to do the yoga first, take a shower, and only then get my breakfast, which I love. So it's working out well. I'm doing exercise. I'm not dying that much. It's pretty good stuff. And yeah, it works, I guess. Good stuff. Yeah, thanks for watching. That's my review of yoga and Pilates. I'm going to keep doing that on my mat every day. Yay. That kind of rhymed, so it must be true. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.